Hello and welcome to this special edition of BizRap. Well, today I'm going to talk to a serial entrepreneur. Yes, you've heard me right. Her name is Basudha Srivastav. She's the founder of two startups. One is Express Earth, the other is MFly Solutions. So she is recognized by NASSCOM and also she's covered by all the magazines who cover startups. She's a under 40 young entrepreneur. So let's talk to her.
Okay, hi Basudha. Okay, we have with us Express Earth founder and CEO Basudha Srivastav, and she's also into now MFly, right? This is the second arm of Express Earth. So, can you just tell us about your journey and how you started? What was the thing that now I have to do this apna karna, because you were in IT industry, big companies. So why did you leave that cozy job and you started your own thing?
So, thank you for having me here, first of all, and it was my pleasure to interacting directly with you. So, back in 2015, when I was working with one of the very reputed company, that's called Ericsson, I was in IT project, and I also got a chance to work in security domain. There, I had some projects in mind because being in a project team, you always have Kida kind of a thing that I should be doing that also, in this also. So a lot of things was started popping up back in 2014, and I wanted to implement all those things. And of course, my role doesn't allow me to create that, create those kind of a product. Also, I have a very strong inclination toward tourism, and being vivid, I wanted to capture how B2C being handled by this OTAs. So I was very surprised. I booked my Jaisalmer trip, and it was a complete havoc.
Oh, okay.
So
a personal experience
yeah, so actually a professional this personal experience pushed me to think into that particular domain, and then I started acquiring the first company, that is the Express Earth, giving a more customized solution to my end user. So that was a venture, and I was joined by my school friend Himanshu, and he also had this vision. He was working with Mahindra, so he also have this lot of traveling. He was part of sales and marketing team, so he used to travel a lot. And we also find out there are some problems in corporate travel also. So first we started up working toward B2C, where we would be customizing, providing a customized solution to the end user, giving a very they have a very specific requirement. For example, there was one customer who need a milk, a feeding child. So to have a Cerelac and feeding, all these things in Maldives. So that was where we arranged that. And it was, and we really loved doing that. And then while working in B2C domain, we realized that since we both come from a very corporate background, we always have inclination toward, delivering our solution to corporate people also. Streamlining their approval cycle, taking manual approval. That was a very hectic thing. I say, okay, abhi bhi log manual approval lete hain mail pe. So, okay.
And being an IT person, you were like...
So I see a use case. Okay. Case, a lot of our friends say, abhi tak aap phone pe approval lete ho. How you're managing your travel? What if your budget exceeds the limit? Then there are a lot of they don't have answers, they say that kabhi mil jata hai approval, kabhi nahi milta hai, so then we have to pay from our own pocket. And that's it. This is really a very a green area, I would say, where being a startup, we thought that let's create a solution, and we jumped in and into this domain called travel and expense management solution. Travel cannot be independent of expense. So we created a flow chart. We created how not only a travel can be customized and can be designed as per the corporate, that should also be covered with expense. So that's when this the MFly came into picture.
Okay.
And it was very interesting journey, but yes, riddled with a lot of challenges. So being a woman entrepreneur, people do appreciate women coming out of their, comfort zone. I also have 8 to 5 job, very comfortable.
At that time, you were working when you thought of starting.
Yeah, so I used to work from 8 to 5 for Ericsson. Then after, really, it's not like 8 to 5. I am a night person. So when there is a project, I also like 10:30, 11 o'clock. I'm still working in Ericsson. My VP used to tell me, "Go back home. You don't have home right now. You're just sitting in the office. Keep doing the same thing. Huh? Go back home." So, and of course, when I don't have work, then I'll be on time at home. And then after finishing up my office, I used to work on my, my dream, I would say. So it was like from 8 till 2:30 or 3 in the AM, 3 a.m. in the morning. I used to work. It was very tough. I still imagine how I was able to do that. Now, of course, I don't do for my own ventures, like, start from 8 till 2 a.m. in the morning, It doesn't happen now. When I would say 5 years back or 4 years back, yes, that was my routine. And I was single, so nobody was there to,
nobody was waiting for you.
Now.
Nobody was waiting for
nobody
you.
was waiting for me. I don't have a child to take care of,
Now you have a child. Now you have a child. Yeah. How old? How old?
It's just 1.5, I would say.
Oh.
1.5 years.
So now I'll come to because yours is a travel firm, and travel took most of the beating of this pandemic. What are the patterns which are emerging I'll talk about leisure travel first. Like this 26th January weekend is coming. It's a long weekend. So what are the patterns that you are seeing now?
I will contradict you.
Okay.
The 10 people will never change.
Oh.
Even before the COVID, after the COVID. It is only during the COVID when people were more focused toward their health, or were more focused toward, getting, not, I don't want to spread this virus. I don't should be the, I am not a, I won't be a, carrier of this pandemic. So they were more responsible. But, during this COVID period, I mean, like 8 to 10 months, I traveled like a lot. If I talk about myself.
Okay.
So I, covered Rajasthan, I covered Uttarakhand, Himachal. So jaise khulte the restriction.
Lockdowns got over.
Lockdown se khulte the, I usually pack a bag, let's go.
Oh.
But yes, now the tourism is more responsible one. Earlier, people, go and I would say, gaadi mein baitha, 10 log ek saath, and then they travel. They also, bus service, and then they travel. Now, what I see in the latest one is that people are more opting to have a private car, where there should be no contact with other passengers. And then even the hotels they are choosing, they are more focused. Like the hotel should be hygiene. People, should be renowned hotel, and there should be a proper norms taken. Like they should have a temperature check. COVID norms they are following, and whenever booking have just started up, so they say that, okay, are you sure that this hotel will be safe for my children? Okay, and most of these people are trying to capture the nearby location by their own car, even if they're not preferring a private taxi.
Okay.
But like, just give me your itinerary, give me the hotel, give me the food, but car will be ours. We don't want to go on a sharing basis. So I would say a more responsible, both in terms of the passengers, and as well we have seen from the supplier's point of view. When I went to this Jim Corbett, I mean 2 months back, there was so much crowd. When in Nainital, it was full pack.
Jim Corbett was one of the first. These areas were one of the first to open, allow tourists.
Yes. So even during the COVID.
And if I ask you during this lockdown thing, how much was your your business down? Like it
So I would say 85 to 90%.
was down.
Yeah.
Oh, and
85 to
how much is it?
initial days.
How much?
So it's just recovering. I'm getting a lot of queries. My team is getting queries through social media platforms.
They're collecting
Maybe
information.
they're collecting information. Either they'll go and stay in some house which is vacant and like Airbnb type. Okay, so no sharing, no nothing. So that's but my business suffered a lot. So I just started, and so we are very small compared to the international tourism.
Yes.
We have seen a drop of 22% in Q1, approximately 65% in the first half of the 2020. Which is drastic. If I say, when I was in, when it was in the middle of the COVID, I was totally hopeless. I was no, this is not going to happen, and I am going to lose a lot of my clients, and I am going to lose a business also. I am not going to survive. That was my intention, and thank God that doesn't hit me very hard here. And the product that I developed as a TEMS solution, instead of focusing my negativity like I won't be able to survive or something like that, I created some of the enterprise products like facial recognition, attendance management system, access management for hotels industry, for corporates. I designed those software, so I indulged my mind toward there, and yes, now I'm reaping whatever effort and money I put into creating mFly now.
So which other cities do you feel would now pick up after this vaccination drive has come in?
A trend where people are interested in going to areas which is very uncommon. So like they want to have a vacation in Kannauр district, a very small village in Uttarakhand. Yeah, and then they want to have they want to see a real India, less people, and even if there's a less facilities, they are okay with it. Okay, and places. So now I have seen a query coming for not only Mysore but nearby areas of Mysore. Okay, I want to be stay there. Then even in the Goa region, they don't want to stay in the North India, northern region, which is crowded. So give me location which is secluded. So maybe very far from Goa, from the main city to a little
offbeat
and offbeat locations. Yes, yeah, to avoid the crowd. So they say, we want to go on an offbeat location, have a good property. Okay, even if the property is 5-star, even if it's a 3-star hotel, we are fine with it. Okay, going by our own car. So we need just a beautiful property, and that's it. Good food, beautiful property. Even if the guest house without food, we will cook by our own.
Okay. There is one trend which I read somewhere. People are now wellness tourism is coming up. People want to travel to places where immunity boosting kind of stuff, where they can learn yoga, and of course Kerala tops that. Kerala and I think the small places in Uttarakhand or Himachal. So is it true, and how much growth do you see?
In fact, we also sell. In fact, we also started up this trend like immunity booster package. So when you buy this package, then you will have a rejuvenating experience and yoga session. There will be a complete routine from 5 a.m. till 9 p.m. at the night. So like in between, the food will be always being defined. So you can't eat junk food into that package. So other things are also
massages,
Ayurveda massaging,
detox massage,
detoxification. Yeah. So earlier used to be Bollywood started up taking up this kind. Now even a normal a normal traveler can also avail these facilities. But yes, these are costly.
Do you see air travel picking up? It has already picked up. In November,
Absolutely.
the figures are good.
Absolutely, it is already there, already picked up. A lot of airlines have started operating, and the footfall has also been started up. Even the normal B2B travel income, companies sales employee is on road now. So started, and 6 months is very far. Even you can see within 3 months only.
By Holi. I
Yeah, by
plan to go.
Holi, you'll see a lot of. Don't worry, you can travel.
Okay. And yeah, business travel, you said, I wanted to talk about that. Business travel has fallen down quite a lot, and it has actually become very time specific. Like people used to earlier book for, say, a week or something. Now it's like cut to cut.
Try to cover up, because a lot of acceptability have been started. A lot of people have sales employee been trained enough to give their pitches and their product portfolio over the call. So their expert increase. Earlier, when you ask this guy to give a demo over the call, they'll say no, they'll not take it. When the client was to take, they'll say that you're not interested enough to come down to my office. Is that will be an ego kind. Of course, for a technology-based company, IT and software, that was a normal trend. But for non-technology company like manufacturing, or you talk about a chemical industry or pharmaceutical industry, that like you're insulting them by not going and not giving a presentation in front of them.
Or not that professional, maybe.
Yeah, not that professional, but since that has been picked up and people see that, yeah, that is more comfortable, I can take in presentation sitting at my sofa, and even at the cozy environment of my room. They have started up, but say
right, and the trips are also shorter now.
Shorter. The trips are shorter, so instead of wasting your time, the corporates are also, I would say, smart enough to understand which corporate is about. We are going to close that corporate and which not. So they don't waste their money in traveling down to the corporate.
Airlines are also giving a lot of discounts to attract all kinds of passengers, but still that is not helping. So what do you think as a a travel company? What will make people travel more, especially by air?
One thing which they have started up, I think most of them still continuing, and some airlines have stopped doing it. It's like giving a completely refundable flights. So zero cancellation fees. So if they keep on doing the same thing, like zero cancellation, and that will interest the normal traveler, both in case of B2B and in B2C. So like suppose you have to go today, and because of certain reason you're not going, and you are rescheduling it for next day, then there should not be a rescheduling charges or change in the airline fee.
Yes.
The airline is taking a lot of norms which have they have of course started, like the COVID things and all that, and if they come up with some smart solutions, like a completely touchless one, then people will be more people will be more accepting when they go to the airport and they see that they don't have to touch anything.
So what is the next big theme?
It would be like reliving, COVID has just explained, taught us, I would say, that there are some people who even went out of the house, but they are, succumbed by the COVID. So they say that I didn't went. How come COVID comes inside my house? Like, when such thing happened to me, I see a lot of people complaining, because you cannot stop completely. You are a parasite. Human are a social parasite. We are dependent on each other for work related, for everything. You cannot live on by your own. It's not possible. You are locked down when you have done everything. You played every game. You watched every movie. Everything to make yourself happy. But then why travel is so important? Why not going outside the home was so it is like you can't live without it. So this just started up, as you said, I have seen people who haven't traveled who say that I don't like traveling. And they
Now they
ask me,
want to travel.
is Uttarakhand safe to go? Yeah. So is Rajasthan safe to go? Can we go to this particular location? So yeah, it's a reliving, I would say. Let's relive. Yeah. So this is something, the reason, and that will also increase the trend of people, going in groups, having a me time with people around, your families around, your chacha ka family, mama wala family together.
Okay. Now I would want to end this with the, something about yourself. What are your strengths? Because this pandemic must have tested. It is still continuing to test because things are not where they were. So what do you think are your strengths? As now you are a mother also, and being the mother of a 1.5-year-old is not easy. So what are your strengths? So has it strengthened you, or you feel a little, frustrated sometimes? And how do you manage, your work life and your personal life? It's a long question.
So yeah, so this lockdown is actually locked us everyone inside the home, and then it is a testing time, I must tell you. Yes, one thing that I have realized that I can handle pressure. So and then my child is next to me and he's crying like anything.
Yeah.
And after just 5 minutes, I have a call to attend, and I should look good, and I should not look stressed because I am dealing with that. And at the same time, I have a child who's crying like anything. Okay, so that's how, like, it's stress management. I have realized. I think earlier I thought that I don't have it, but now gradually knowing that I don't have maid coming, I have to handle a baby, I have to handle a whole house also. Then I have a work lined up altogether. Then the money is not coming. You're putting your money, but you are not getting a return. So zero return, 100%. You're already giving. So this is something like a stress booster. So yes, I can manage stress. I think that's my one of the strength that I feel. Another one is like I'm very patient. So even after 9 months or 10 months, I haven't seen a growth, in the travel. I have created a lot of other products, which I am positive about it. So that's again create a kind of a new me that yes, I can even survive. If I have survived this situation without a penny, I can survive for good. I know that. Yes, if we talk about how stressful being a mother of a small, 1.5-year-old child. So yes, it is frustrating sometimes. But when you have a support system, like you have a good family to take care of you along with the child, then that becomes a little, easy for you to go ahead. And I'm blessed to have a family like that.
It was nice talking to you, Basudha. Thanks a lot for giving me time. And it was wonderful knowing you. And also, best of luck to your startup. Best of luck to your another arm, which is MFly. And I wish to talk to you soon again. And that would be about something else.
Definitely.
As you keep going.
It was really a pleasure talking to you. And it was not like an interview. I feel like I'm talking to a friend. It's more like that.